Welcome everybody to another video on Dinkum, and today I'm going to be going over the best ways to make the most amount of dinks. So let's get started. So there's plenty of ways to make dinks in this game, and some ways are better than others. It's just a fact. So I'm going to just cover over a few of the things that I personally like to do to make money in this game. First thing I'm going to cover is the deep mining. Now some people might not realize that you can make a lot of money mining because, well, you can't sell a lot of the stuff that you get from down there. A lot of it is just ores and rocks and items that you get in chests. I mean, you can sell pretty much anything you want in this game, but it might not be the most efficient. However, if you go down in the deep mine and hunt for the rubies, just go as fast as you can, explore as much ground as possible, really look for those rubies. They sell for a lot. If you find 3 to 4 of them, you'll make $250,000, if not more, in one day's time. Another thing is there's those broken vehicles down below that you can get these parts in. Let me show you. That you find also metal detecting. You can get these parts down below in the mines as well and sell these. Which also brings to tip number 2 is go mining. You go mining and sell all of these. You know, I'm just gonna sell all of these. So I'm gonna do one thing really quick, just for the sake of the video. I'm gonna go to my bank and I'm going to deposit all the money I have on my person. Let's deposit 99999. If you just spam 9 with the amount of characters you have of money, it's just going to max it out at whatever you have you're holding. And same thing with your balance. If you're trying to withdraw, I have 1.7 mil. I'm just going to go 9999999. Then it's just going to automatically input the max it possibly can. Just makes it a little bit faster. So I have 2.3 mil in the bank. I have 0 on my person. I'm going to go ahead and sell some stuff and see how much money I make. And this right here isn't like a crazy amount of mining or metal detecting. It's really not. I have 1 key. I need to get more keys. Let's see if Franklin's open. I forget what time he is open. Yeah, okay, we're good. So the discs sell to Franklin. Be sure to sell these to Franklin. So I only have 8, which is like nothing. Sells for 85k dinks. That's pretty good. Buddy of mine has like 90 in his inventory right now. Literally just sell them to Franklin. Don't sell the discs to John or anyone. Sell them only to Franklin. He gives you the most dinks possible. And I'm going to go ahead and sell pretty much all of these really and see how much we get. Reason why I'm just going to go ahead and sell all these is because honestly it's very easy to get these. It takes a little bit of time. You just go metal detecting and it's just easy money. Boom, 1.3 million dinks. Pretty dang good. So we are at 1.38 million dinks now. Yeah, 1.38 million dinks. That's pretty good. So obviously that's some money making. You can go in the deep mines. You can go metal detecting. Also, another tip is when you get animals, I would highly recommend you go in there every day. Obviously, feed them once a day, and then pet every single one once a day, and just keep doing that. And the reason why I say this, I will show you here in 1 second. Let me just feed. One of these guys got out, so I'm just going to fill up one of those. And then I'm going to go over here and fill up this dude's food, and then pet him. Come on. You know you want the pets. There you go. So reason why you want to do that is because you can actually sell off your animals. I know that sounds bad. Don't worry. It's going for a good cause. So if you go to animals, if you go to the animal tab, you can see here, my animals are pretty pissed off. So let's just click on Beatrice, my chicken, the first chicken I got. So you work on petting your animals, feeding them, and sheltering them. I have no shelter, so that's why this isn't checked. And the more you do this, and as time goes on, the more these hearts will get filled up. So you can see right here, Beatrice is a heart and a half. I can sell her right now for 4,825 dinks, which is pretty good. It's not that bad. Just do this, keep doing this, keep petting them, keep feeding them, sheltering them, and wait till they get up to 5 stars, sell them off, and just keep doing that. You can see this guy is a whole heart and 3/4, sells for 5,200. Now these guys sell for quite a bit. You can see these 2 animals, forget the names of them. I don't have any stars for them at all. All 3 of these I don't have stars for. These 2 animals I believe will sell for the most out of any animal in the game. You can see the Wombat sells for 7,500 at 0 hearts. And then Phil, Alani, and Beatrice have hearts and sell for less. So this is going to get up in price as the hearts fill up for sure. And same with these. These two animals sells for 12,500 dinks for 0 hearts. If I were to just be committed to feeding my animals, petting them, actually giving them shelter, there are days where I don't feed them because I just forget, and I just don't pet them because I forget, the hearts will go down. But you get this up to full hearts, that's going to give you quite a bit of dinks. And then you can just keep buying new animals for a cheap price and, you know, getting them fat, feeding them, loving them, and then selling them off, getting a lot of money. So those are some ways to get dinks. Now, none of those ways is the #1 way to get dinks at all. The #1 way is for farming. So you can see it is the second day of winter, so all of my crops did die. I do have a lot of crops, a lot of cabbages. I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit how much I can sell. Now, I wasn't really disciplined when it came to farming for the whole last month in-game. Every quote-unquote month in this game is a season. Oh, I forgot to sell these too. And crops, most crops only last for a season and then they die out. Some crops can last for 2 seasons and then die out. It just depends on what you plant, and each crop does tell you. This alligator, wow, he is attacking my freaking dude that got out. So you can see corn is good for autumn and winter. Watermelon is good for summer only, summer and autumn, all year round, spring. I highly recommend just filling up your farm on just the crops that are good for that month, because those seem to give you the most amount of dinks per crop. So all these were cabbages. A lot of them died out. You can see a lot of this middle section. I just didn't have enough seeds at the time, and I don't know. I just didn't bother buying more from Rain, which is the crop lady. And yeah, so let's go over to the crops I have in my chest and sell them and see how much we get. So when there was a single month that I was really strict about my crops, and I was on them every day. I made sure to do it every single day, and I had like 1,000 of one crop and like 1,200 of another. It was just insane. I had a lot of crops on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sell all of this. And actually, you know what? Let's keep these. I'm gonna sell this. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna sell all of this, but I'm gonna sell just the cabbage alone and see how much we get, and then sell everything else. So let's go to John's shop, see how much he's gonna give me for my cabbages. I think it's gonna be a decent bit. Let's do the one watermelon as well. 1.6 mil, not too shabby. So when I did all of my crops for one whole month straight in game, that's 28 days, didn't miss a day, I think I gained about 3 million dinks. So I definitely lacked on about half the month in game and got, yeah, 1.6 mil. So we are at about 3 million dinks we accumulated, and honestly, this was not from a lot of farming. I didn't go metal detecting and mining for days on end before I made this video. It was just whatever I had in my chest. I just wanted to, you know what? I woke up, I said, I'm gonna sell whatever I got, show you guys how much you can make off of what. Basically make a tier list on what makes you the most money going down. So crops is definitely the way to go. Now you might think, well, I don't have a tractor. I don't have any leveling in my farm. You can see my farming is actually it's up there, level 43 farming. So a lot of you guys probably still have the normal watering can or the copper watering can or even the iron watering can. If you have the iron watering can, you are chilling because it waters 6 blocks instead of 3 or instead of 1. Copper waters 3 blocks instead of 1, so it speeds up the process a bit. So what I did, the routine I like to have when I'm just solely trying to make money, I'm not really focusing on anything else but just trying to make dinks. What I would do is I would sleep, wake up, water my crops. Now if it's raining, obviously that's a blessing. You can just go about your day right off the rip. But if it's not raining, I would wake up and come over here and water all of my crops before I had the tractor and the sprinkler. So I would come over here and water all of my crops and then go out and start metal detecting. I highly recommend fixing up at least 1 or 2 of these teleporters, because what I like to do if I'm metal detecting for one whole day, I like to TP up here and basically metal detect all of this land and work my way back to my house. And you get a lot of resources that way versus if you metal detect from your house and go out and then it's midnight, you gotta walk all the way back. So I highly recommend unlocking at least 1 or 2 of these towers. They're in 4 areas. I think there's one down here for me and one over here. I did unlock these 2. And in the game, you will eventually unlock a deed to build your own teleporter, which is why I recommend building your town just kind of in the center of the island. Because again, the 4 teleporters are going to be on the outskirts of the island. So build your little town somewhere in the middle, because I highly recommend building that 1 deed teleporter that you get unlocked in your base. It just makes life a lot easier. You know, I'm farming, doing whatever, boom, I want to go metal detecting, TP all the way up here. Boom, bada bing, easy peasy. So that, my friend, is the best way to make Dinks very, very efficient. I'm gonna go into my bank really quick and drop off all this money and see what I have as a whole. I think I have quite a bit of money. I did have a lot more, but spent a lot. Let's see, 9999 again, just maxed out what you can. 5.3 million Dinks, not too shabby. Now, if you do that for just, you know, a couple months in game, you will accumulate upwards of 10 million Dinks. And the good thing about that is I did make a video about this. Is when you start making millions and millions of Dinks, put those Dinks into your bank. Don't just sell them right away. Put them into your bank first, because again, there's a milestone. You get 3,000 permit points for every million Dinks you put into your bank. See, I'm very, very close to getting the 8 million mark. You just got to put it in there. You put in 10 million Dinks in your bank, take it out, you get all those milestones. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Couple ways on to make Dinks in this game. Pretty easy. Got to put a little bit of work into it. I do highly recommend doing your farm first, though. Prioritize that. I cannot stress that enough. Prioritize your farm, please, because it will benefit you the most in the long run. And with the tractor and the sprinklers, I mean, I'm working on my farm every day. If it's not raining for maybe a minute versus 10 minutes, you know, so it's definitely a time saver the more you level up your farming. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already for more Dinkum videos. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.